YouTube. TV box, cathode ray tube TV. And in there, at the in this part here, at the back of it, there is this bit, and there is no copper around it. I wound that around it. But if you look carefully, you can see all the silver. If you didn't look at the copper, you would see this band of silver, pure silver, all the way through. Now that silver, that's worth a lot of money. So disassembling and cracking off the circuit boards, these are resistors. They're very useful. They're resistors. And they can be used again if you can recycle them carefully. The on switch, there used to be in it. If it's a metal that's in the contrast or the horizontal and whatever balance, and there's this metal substance that, though it's not magnetic itself, when I put it next to screws, nothing makes it magnetic. But when a magnetic field is introduced to it, say like my magnetic ring, it magnetizes to it, and then it's not magnetic, okay. Well, magnets stick to it, so it must have an iron type of material in it. Alright. So, why did I pull it apart? Well, there are some good wires to use for electrolysis. The main cord is full of these type of good, strong wires. Good olden day wires. And I found me a light, red light, but it's great for free energy. So I want to make a free energy circuit, but the wattage has to be 0.7 millivolts. So it's lower than your usual electricity, like water with chemical reaction of copper. And another thing, zinc can produce electricity and last indefinitely, because for some reason it makes just the right amount of power, electricity, of that voltage, and it's a steady all night, all day, couple of days. If it doesn't work right, just give it a shake up, comes back. Okay, so there's this copper, this is Keshe coils. Keshe Foundation has made MagGrav units, and they produce AC voltage. So here is, around the TV screen was a square copper coil, copper wire. So there's a couple of wires coming out of it. But the actual wire is as thick as it is, which is quite thick. Now that copper, when soaked in caustic soda, after that, as long as you wear rubber gloves, it generates power. And as it rusts, it becomes more efficient at that electricity. Right, now there's some copper in here to recycle. Last time I did get some. I twisted them into group. So let's sit down over here in a new location and look at what I did this the other day. But last night I was just freezing because the power was cut off. So I have copper, zinc, and each one in a wire going in series. So you get your circuit tester, change it through to millivolts so you can detect the lowest amount. And there we have 8 millivolts. And we're not plugged into any electricity. I was looking at this fan, wondering how can I use it to be a power generator. Now if I find my other neodymium magnet, I also have this LED, a red LED. So I want to see if I can run the red LED on the voltage. It's free. Alright, so how do you do that? Well, it goes in a circuit all around, and the left one is the positive and one's the negative, and they come together. Okay, so obviously this one's the positive. According to this configuration, read on the right, says that it's 1 volt and 2 millivolts. So the 1 volt's pretty high. And I'm not too sure why it went up to 1 volt. I think it might have been because I spun this. If you spin the old fan, 12 volt fan, the magnets in it becomes a power generator. Now if you stick magnets, neodymium magnets all along it, and then you have one magnet, and it sits and hot glue it on an angle, it will repel away. And you put 4 of them on, so they repel, and it will be at a constant, and that'll just constantly go on free energy. And so that'll generate more power and help you with your circuit. Then you'll have lighting. Now if you just put in some LED lights, or go buy a long chain of them, and have a few of these, you can generate enough power to just have lights going forever, unlimitedly. So what I have to do is stick this LED on the circuits. So you part the wires. I do need a tripod, all right. Okay, so does it work? Of course it does. I'm going to take off the circuit tester. It's been really nice having it on there, but I don't give a flying shit about it. I tested the circuit. The power is evident, but it's not enough power to run this 12 volt motor thing. So, why won't it work? Well, the reason why is because the voltage is too low. If I stick a 9 volter on there, and stick it on one wire, stick it on the other wire, and just hold it down. What happens? It begins to go if there's enough charge in the battery. So let's see about that. Is that going to be enough power in that battery? Well, earlier on it was going fine, and then I found out it was, because it was connected to the circuit of the network, it lost power. So it was shit. So I had to unwind it off. So because I'm holding the camera, I can't do it. But I always clockwise wind things on, and anti-clockwise wind them off. Counterclockwise, they call it. Anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. So let's counterclockwise it off. Okay, they say wind everything right, because this will be better luck. Okay, now let's test if there really is any more voltage left in this battery. You stick the positive on the small one. Come on, close to work. Bung on the negative onto the negative. And there we have it. The fan going, fan stopping. Alright, so just wire the two, one positive, one negative. Brown was positive. Usually the longest one is either the negative or positive. One of them makes it a detector, and one of them makes it a light. So there's the question. 30 seconds to go. Can I wind it on before it goes flat? Of course I can. Right, you think so. So I will have red lighting tonight if I can get a picture of it. But my zinc washers have started to corrode, and last time when my zinc washers had putted out, the lighting also putted out. And you have to go around the circuit trying to keep it solid all the way, make sure it's working. If any wire is submerged and not meant to be, or crossed with the other, you get no lighting.